there's a sheriff out of Union County, Arkansas. Now, he decided to post mugshots of people that went to jail. And okay, they do that. We see that all the time. But this particular sheriff by the name of Rick Roberts, he decides to put Nike shirts on all the people coming into the jail. And we'll put that picture up as you can see. Now, you would think this sheriff is trying to get at Nike, get at people who support Colin Kaepernick, and that's quite obvious that's what he's doing. He thinks that he could come behind and say, well, that's not what I was doing. This is what the sheriff said. The sheriff said they didn't have proper jail attire when they came in, so we put on the shirts in the process. That's all it was. We just put shirts on them. Now, you just happen to have all Nike shirts, and you made sure the pictures was posted with everybody with Nike. Come on, man. Now, you can't piss on our leg and tell us it's rain, Sheriff. We know good and well your type that's in the South. Arkansas, oh, I know exactly what kind of type it is, the South. I know how a lot of you think. I know how a lot of you operate. You talk about you're Republican, but yet at the end of the day, you're not even making Republican money. See, back in the day when I was growing up, Republican meant people who had, what, six-figure salaries and up. That need the Republican Party because they would need the tax cuts, because the more money you make, the more they tax you. They really rape you in taxes when you are successful in this country. Trust me on that. The IRS is not your friend when you become successful. So I understand people, when they get to that level, want to be a Republican because they don't want to pay the taxes. But a lot of these people who are Republican in the South barely even making $30,000 a year. Some places, from what I was told, now you're making $20,000 a year, but they strong Republicans. I'm like, their policies really don't benefit you. And when they talk about Republican policies, they talk about corporations, people who making either six-figure salaries and up. That's who they're talking about, and that's who most of the time their base is, small business owners or whatever. So I don't understand why some people join the Republican Party, but you don't have nothing. But that's just beside the point. Me personally, I am not for no liberal Democrat at all, so don't even put me in that box. I believe more that black folks should be an independent, and our vote should be a swing vote. We should only get what we want out of the deal, and that's who we should vote for. So if a Republican want to promise to give you something and he has it in writing, vote for him. A Democrat, vote for them. But we should not tie ourselves to no political party. That's kind of dangerous, and it keeps us too predictable. But this sheriff is completely wrong, no matter what. And I saw some people making comments, well, it doesn't matter. People in this country that act like it does not matter if you go to jail and the way you're treated. No, you still have rights and privileges as American citizens. Because the way things happen in this country, never side with the mistreatment of people in jail, because they can lock you up on lies, and then now you're going to be having the same mistreatment. This is why we still have a 13th Amendment that says slavery is still legal in jail, because that's called what it is. The majority of white society supports abuse in jail, because if they didn't support it, we wouldn't have a 13th Amendment. Now, I understand if someone's a murderer or a rapist, etc. We get that. But the majority of people in jail are in there for nonviolent offenses. When we had Big Herkin on here, right? He talked about the majority of people that was in jail were black, and it was for nonviolent offenses. It had nothing to do with killing nobody, raping nobody, being a terrorist, etc. So we really have to start addressing that issue. We cannot support mistreatment of people in jail. If they did wrong, okay, they did wrong, but you don't sit there and treat them that way. It's about correcting their behavior. It's not humiliating them and so forth and so on. And this sheriff, he needs to be voted out of office, because sheriffs can be voted in and voted out. But, you know, if the majority of the community look like him, he's going to stay there. Well, leave me a comment there to think about this particular sheriff and how he's treating people in jail.